Hi boys and girls, this is Mr. Cardinal with Lesson 6 from Chapter 7, Subtracting Mixed Numbers. Today's objective is to find the differences of mixed numbers with and without renaming, and I'll show you both ways of subtracting mixed numbers. There's a way with and without renaming. One way to add or subtract mixed numbers is to add or subtract the fractional parts and then write the whole number parts, and that is without renaming. Sometimes whole numbers or fractions need to be renamed as well. So there are three simple steps to remember. The first one, and we'll use the example 15 minus 2 and 1/3, estimate. It's real important that we always estimate so that we know whether or not our answer is correct, because if it is close to our estimate, more than likely it is correct. So if I look at 15 minus 2 and 1/3, I can estimate the first one as being 15. I'm going to stack my mixed numbers, so that's writing them vertically. So 15 minus 2 and 1/3, I'm going to look at the fraction part of my mixed number. Half of 3 is 1.5. 1 is less than 1.5, so my whole number is going to stay at 2. So according to this, my estimate is going to be about 13. The second step after estimating is to subtract and rename 15 to show thirds. So I'm going to start right away and show you the difficult way of subtracting mixed numbers by using renaming. So if I have 15, and I'm going to stack my mixed numbers again, minus 2 and 1/3. Now you can see I do not have any fractions next to my whole number 15. So I can't take 1/3 away from 0. So I am going to take my 15 and I'm going to break my 15 up. So I'm going to be left with 14. And I want my denominator here to be 3. Now what should my numerator be in order for it to be equal to 1? From previous lessons, we know that when the numerator and denominator are equal, your answer is 1. So 3/3 is the same as 1, and that's how we were able to take the 1 from the 15, so that's 14, to break that up into a simple fraction. So 3/3 minus, well, and actually this would be our third and final step, subtract and simplify. So I'm going to write it a little clearer for you, 14 and 3/3 minus 2 and 1/3. I stacked my mixed numbers. Now I'm going to subtract my simple fractions. So 3/3 minus 1/3 is 2/3, and 14 minus 2 is 12. So again, this is subtracting mixed numbers by renaming. Now I'll show you another example in which you do not have to rename. Let's have 2 and 3/4 minus 2 and 1/4. Okay, once again, subtract your simple fractions first. So 3 minus 1 equals 2, and I can do that because both my denominators are the same. My denominator stays 4. 2 minus 2 is 0, so I'm only left with a simple fraction, 2/4, which can be simplified as 1/2. Another one, if I have 5 and 2/3 minus 1 and 1/3, 2 minus 1 is 1. Notice I'm doing that right away because my denominators are the same. 5 minus 1 is 4. So the correct answer is 4 and 1/3. Let's do one when your denominators are not the same, but you do not have to rename. Let's say I have 7 and 1/2, and I'm subtracting 4 and 1/3. Again, do a least common multiple. So between 2 and 3 it would be 6. 2 times 3 equals 6, so I'm going to multiply my 1 by 3. 3 times 2 equals 6, so I'm going to multiply my 1 by 2. Now I have simple fractions that can be subtracted. 3 minus 2 equals 1. My denominator stays the same, of course. 7 minus 4 equals 3. 3 and 1/6 is the correct answer. I am going to show you one more problem. This one, let's say 5 4/8 minus 2 6/8. This one does not work quite so easily. You do have to rename, because 4 minus 6 you cannot do. It'd be different if it was 5 6/8 minus 2 4/8. We would be able to do that. But it is 5 4/8 minus 2 6/8. So we have to rename the fraction. So I'm going to borrow from the 5, so this is going to be 4, and I'm going to add 8/8. Now when I add 8/8, I actually end up with 12/8. Now we can take 12/8 and subtract 6/8, which leaves us with 6/8. 4 minus 2 equals 2. 2 6/8, which can be reduced, because 2 goes into both 6 and 8, 3/4. So the correct answer in simplified form would be 2 3/4. Final two problems, and I want you to do these for your answer, or I want you to answer these on Edmodo. Please answer these on Edmodo. That way I know you understand the lesson. And of course, if you have any questions or comments, please leave those for me as well. First of all, start off easy. 5 5/8 minus 5 1/8. The second one, let's do 4 2/8 minus 2 7/8. I'll give you a little hint. You're not going to be renaming for this problem. You will be renaming for this problem. Again, please place your answers on your comment for your assignment here on Edmodo, and we will talk about these problems and answer any questions you have tomorrow before having your assignment. Thank you. Have a great night.